Hey guys, welcome back to a Real Dope Mom. I'm bringing to you a garden restoration video. I am 34 weeks pregnant in this video, and the garden it's overgrown. I've been in the bed for 3 weeks due to some severe pain that I was feeling. I am no longer feeling that pain because I've been able to manage the pain without the help of my midwives. I did some research and found some stretches that really relieved me of that pain, and I'm able to walk again. Thank God. So in this video, you're going to see me and the kids tackle the weeds, which I will tell you, I really wanted to sit back and watch them do this all by themselves, since they were the ones fibbing to me about going outside and watering the plants and weeding the plants and taking care of the garden. I come out here for the first time after 3 weeks and see that the garden is overgrown. Everything has died off. The groundhog was able to get in because they didn't put the fence up properly, and he ate whatever didn't die off. So we are literally back at square one. So if you're somebody who is looking into getting into gardening for the fall, or you need some inspiration to get your garden back together, please enjoy this video. So I had just discovered under all of that grass the sugar baby watermelons that I had been looking for. I had been looking all over for these, and they were hidden beneath the grass. You'll notice that I discovered, this is me trying to show them off, but I just discovered slugs were all over them. So I'm just going to toss them to the side because I hate slugs. So I am sorry that I look a mess, but when I say I'm tired, I am tired. I am 34 weeks in this video. I am tired. So the main goal here is for me to clear out the pathways using the weed cutter because the grass was so overgrown. And the kids are going to come in and they're going to rock, paper, scissors for whatever task. She won, look. So they're going to clear as much of the weeds out while I tackle the pathways. Like I said initially, I wanted them to do this because they lied about the work that they were doing in the garden. And I feel like this is also your garden too. So this is a very good lesson for them to learn. Here I am cutting up some old cardboard. We keep just about everything that we have. Either we're recycling or we're literally reusing. So this is the box that the bassinet came in, and I'm just gonna cut it up, and I'm gonna use those cardboard pieces to lay down in the pathways to kind of frame where I want the pathways to be. My daughter brought me the dullest scissors in the house, and it was a struggle. I know there's box cutters in the house, but I didn't want to wobble my big tail in the house to go look for them, so I just preferred to struggle with the box. I eventually got it though. But yeah, we're a family that reuses everything. I don't think that's the millennial in me. I think that's just the country in me. That's just the way I was raised by my granny and my mom, and they were probably raised by their mothers. It's just something that's just deep rooted inside of me to reuse. So the box that the bassinet came in turned out to be the exact width that the pathways originally were. So all I had to do was cut up the bigger pieces and lay them down, and they laid down perfectly. That's just some of the debris. And I'm just going to lay that down as well. See, it's just so perfect. So the idea behind this is that the cardboard is going to kill off the vegetation under it. I'm not going to remove it. All I'm going to do is secure it with a rock. And then I'm going to eventually go through and put the mulch over it so we'll have nice clear pathways. So now that I got that done, because I obviously, as you can tell, I'm going to need more cardboard. And I'm sure we have some in the house. I just have to go find it. But I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to do is start working on getting some of that vegetation cut down and making some of these beds look neater. And this is one that I want to tackle. As you can see, the groundhog clearly does not like Swiss chard because he did not eat the Swiss chard at all, and the Swiss chard is a little overgrown, so I'm gonna I'm gonna harvest as much of the Swiss chard as possible so that we can get some new growth growing. And when you harvest leafy vegetables, the way that you want them, the way that you harvest them in order to come back is you just clip the leaves off at the base, and that will trigger the plant to produce more leaves. If you go out there right now, this is a couple weeks later that I'm saying this, you will see the new growth on the Swiss chard. So that, yep, I'm just snapping them off at the base. Some people use scissors. I just snap them off because they come off so easily. I mean, if you want a neater cut, scissors are fine. And I can see that my dress is rising up a little bit. I assure you, my bootay does not show. It's just that I'm pregnant and the dress, my stomach is taking up much of the material. And I did not account for that when I was making this video, but my bootay did not pop out. So those are pole beans, and the fence is so close to where I have the trellis that the pole beans will tend to grow outside of it. So I'm just gonna pull them back through and get them on the proper wire that I want them to grow up. And that is how you train pole beans. No, seriously, that's all you have to do is just place them where you want them to grow. So I forgot to mention what I was doing with this plant that went to flower. If you guys look at the right side of the screen, you'll see me pulling it up. This is cilantro, and it is an invasive herb. I don't want this growing in the yard, let alone my garden, because it will take over. I'm not sure how cilantro got out there, but I did not plant it. I may have dropped some seeds. But I'm just going to pull this up before it can drop any more seeds because it is invasive and it will take over. I may be too late and may have already dropped some, but it can't hurt to try. So I'm just going to pull that up by the root, and I'm going to go through and pull up the smaller cilantro babies. I am going to put those in a pot because I do like cilantro and I do want to keep it, but just not in my garden. So here is where you're going to see me tending to the damaged vegetables. These are the veggies that the groundhog had feasted upon, and what I'm doing is the same method that I did with the Swiss chard, is peeling the leaves back by the base to trigger new growth. And again, if you come out to the garden today, hey Cassie, you'll see she's going to take the Swiss chard that I harvested in the house so we can clean and cook them. So if you see the garden today, you'll see that the new growth has actually started to produce. So I'm going to do that with the cabbage, the broccoli. That's the broccoli, what I'm working on now. I have the green cabbage, the purple cabbage. I don't know what the green cabbage is called. Is it just called cabbage? I probably should know that. And the Brussels sprouts, which is off camera. So you're just going to peel it back by the base. First of all, I need to apologize for my pregnant, out of shape butt being in this camera the way it was. I didn't take into account the camera's position or where my butt was, so I do apologize for that. Don't nobody want to see all that. Ew, get out the camera, girl. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the fence back up because we've cleared out as much as we're going to do for the day, and it's kind of getting dark and the mosquitoes are coming out attacking us. Even though I did use the off spray on the kids, I did not use it on myself for whatever, because we were running low. That's why we were running low and I didn't want to use it on myself. So at this moment, I see that my son accidentally pulled up the peas. I wasn't upset with him. I wasn't mad with him because he probably thought they were weeds. So all I'm going to do is just pick them up, crying silently to myself. I'm going to call my daughter over so she could take them in the house. I'm going to use the peas from those pods to plant some more peas because I am very determined to make my own baby food and preserve it for the little baby that's coming. So I'm just going to continue to put the fence back up. And then I'm going to water each bed twice to get it thoroughly watered. And just to help promote some new plant growth, because we got to get some new leaves on those broken plants. So I'm just doing the finishing touches. There's a light on the ground that you'll see me toss. I think they broke that when they were mowing the lawn. That light right there, I think they broke it when they were mowing the lawn. So I'm just going to toss that to the side. And then I'm just going to water the garden. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this sparks some inspiration for you guys to get out there and restore your gardens. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.